you say?
Not going to Taker one man show.
That's tonight. I'm here. No,
But we
we
here Friday
here.
night. We here Friday night. Yerrr, Blur Cartel. Follow Facebook, IG, YouTube, Twitter, Spotify, TikTok, Twitch. Go download that episodes, the roundtable on all your podcast audio needs, and go watch that collab episode with what it sounded like yesterday. So, I mean, it was lit. Top 10 most influential musicians. So I think we do that in the wrestling coming into this tonight. So I mean, Amazing Spider came here. It came as AKA put your mom in the figure 4 leg lock. 2-man power trip episode.
Has the mother reversed the pressure on the figure 4 leg lock yet?
No, she cannot.
So Jeremy Pierce here, High Risk Wrestling Podcast. I guess we're doing another 2-man power trip tomorrow morning's show. I'll be looking at the scariest wrestlers, not just like appearance, but also like dudes, women that were scary good in the ring or scary bad. Scary, like it's gonna be a whole thing. And then also me, Goose, who you seen on here, another buddy of mine's Claude, and Zombie Reese, who you've seen featured on our show. We will be going to Extreme Rules, which is tomorrow night in Philadelphia. Might even get some more matches added. It's a big weekend of wrestling. We got SmackDown on right now. Bound for Glory is going on right now, which is Impact's.
Somebody will watch it.
Their WrestleMania. Bound for Glory has a very, very stacked card, and then we've got Live Rampage and Battle of the Belts after SmackDown. So we just busy today. But looking forward to Extreme Rules tomorrow. Do we find out who the White Rabbit is tomorrow night?
It should be the Bray the Wyatt.
Now, what if it's Joe Gacy?
If it's Joe Gacy, I'm done. Pack me up.
They've done very, very well with the intrigue for the White Rabbit.
I haven't seen this conspiracy theory stuff since the anonymous Raw GM. Oh, did you see that QR code? Did you see that QR code? Did you see that person dressed as the Fiend in the fucking 200s of the ring attendance? Like, it's just weird shit. It's cool. I like doing the Fiend stuff, like the stuffed animals, which is like in the Firefly Funhouse animals are in the background of like cutscenes. And
now, we're all assuming it's Bray. If he comes back as this would be his fourth character that he came up with. We had original Bray, then we had Firefly Funhouse Bray, while also the Fiend. So that's the 3 characters. If he comes back with the 4th new character, do we isn't it time we acknowledge how he might be a genius when it comes to wrestling?
He's a genius when it comes to his character, just not
the booking. Now I do wholeheartedly believe that now that Hunter's in charge, his booking will be much better. And we always pointed out that everybody knows the one thing that always hurt Bray Wyatt was he lost most of his feuds, and he would start most of those feuds, and he would think about it. He won the WWE Championship, finally got his push, lost the title at WrestleMania, but then won the last match of the feud with Randy Orton, but it wasn't for the title.
Because it was a cinematic match. You're not going to lose a title in a cinematic match.
Lost to Cena, lost to Roman, lost to Taker.
He fought Taker in the daytime. What do you want?
Listen, his booking was really bad.
It was bound to be bad.
But here we are. I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. The card looks very, very good. I've got the match order in my head.
Shout out to me being a broke boy and not going, but
sorry.
Maybe SeatGeek will have something for $1.
And then after the show, we will be doing a special live edition of what just happened, which is the review show for the High Risk Wrestling Podcast. Looking at because there's 6 matches scheduled. I'm thinking match order wise, ladder matches probably first, Raw Women's Championship, followed by the Donnybrook, then the I Quit match. No, then the strap match third, I Quit match fourth, Extreme Rules match Ronda fifth, and I think the Fight Pit has to be the main event because of the setup for the match. Like you got to take down the ropes, the turnbuckle, set up the steel cage, and set up the.
It would be interesting if they have it in the middle of the ring versus all the Lions Den matches. They've been like on the side of the ramp back in the day.
Have you seen the 2 Fight Pit matches they did in NXT?
Yeah, but that's NXT. They could just do whatever the fuck they want. So I mean, they weren't like.
You know what? I never thought about that. Instead of them having it in the ring, do it to the side.
They've always had it at the side. The side of the ramp always been Fight Pit matches like Blackman versus Owen.
Yeah. Now, here's the real question. We're assuming Bray's showing up tomorrow. What match does he get involved with?
Probably Karrion Kross.
That makes sense, right? Kross and Drew. But like if you're doing his return, right? Don't you want it to end the show? Get people talking?
Ideally, but we're just guessing a main event. There's no Roman in this match. You're just guessing the Fight Pit is going to be the main event. Anything can main event at this point. Maybe.
We know that Donnybrook won't be the main event.
Well, maybe. Well, no, there's no Alexa on this card, so yeah, I figure like if Alexa main evented with like some way, shape, or form, he would show up on there. But
yeah, I mean, it sounds they'll probably add at least one. The only 2 matches I can think of them adding because there's no U.S. title match. The IC title match is going on SmackDown tonight. Only 2 matches I can think them add is probably Kai and Sky defending the tag team titles versus Shotzi and Raquel, and Loomis versus Miz. Those are the matches I can think they could add. Or
Edge and Finn. He just
main event
on there and becomes the leader of the whatever the fuck that group is.
Judgment Day.
Like what if Bray's the leader of Judgment Day? Like he just takes over Judgment Day.
Here's the thing. I like the thought process of Rhea being the real leader of the Judgment Day. She's controlling all these men.
Well, she's just grooming Dominic. I mean, if you really like, let's just say, shout out to Aisha, but let's just say they Edge did leave because of the supernatural aspect. He didn't want to do that, and then now the Demon Balor hasn't shown up in this. Now you can take the supernatural aspect of it and just have Bray do all of that, and you can get what you want at the end of the day, and have Bray be the real leader of Judgment Day. If you want to do it that way, and they can get off this fucking like Bray versus Edge, that's not a bad match. That's not a bad feud, in my opinion. But you could get off this Rey Mysterio thing finally.
Now, just real quick about this Rey feud. It's first of all, I like that the Judgment Day are finally good. They look like schmucks for a long time.
Getting wins, yeah.
But here's my thing with this feud. It needs to be over because of this. At this point, Dom is a grown-ass man. Why are you trying to stop him from living his life? What are we doing here? He's an adult. Let him be. Rhea is his new poppy.
But Ray can't get over that.
Oh, all right. Are we going to do predictions for Extreme Rules?
I think we did them last week, but we could double down on it tonight.
Because I wasn't here last week.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, that part.
I think. Well, okay. So let's start with the matches not listed. The Donnybrook. Whoever wins the IC title match tonight, the opposing team wins at Extreme Rules. Is that a cop out?
It's proper booking, I guess.
If Sheamus wins tonight, Imperium wins at Extreme Rules. But here's my thing. Also, Imperium cost the Brawling Brutes the tag team titles on NXT Tuesday. So I think I'm gonna go with Gunther winning tonight, the Brutes winning at Extreme Rules. That makes sense.
That's fair.
Raw Women's title, I think Bayley has to win just to put legitimacy on Damage Control, because like we're at that point in the WWE calendar where we have to start thinking about the potential stories for WrestleMania, and obviously Bianca's probably going to main event again. And do you start her? The question is, when do you start her climb back? Because think about this: how often in the last couple of years have we had face champions go into Mania? I really can't think of that many where there's a face champion going into Mania for like almost any of the belts.
It would have to be The Rock, allegedly.
Yeah. So I think Bayley wins. For the SmackDown Women's title, I think Ronda wins.
Bianca to win on that.
Ronda's been. It's crazy how good Ronda's been like booked and looked recently. This is how Ronda's always should have been. Ronda winning is obvious, but because Liv has had a weak title reign.
The prophecy of Becky Lynch prevailed.
Then
but Liv wins somehow.
The strap match. As much as I hate Karrion Kross, I think he's garbage. He's clearly very, very generic. He's probably gonna win this match, right?
I'll give it to Drew.
I mean, I would like Drew to win, but I think Kross is gonna win. For the IQ match is interesting because here's the thing. I think Edge for sure loses, but it's how he loses. And I think, well, he said Monday, you can't put him in enough pain for him to say, I quit. So I think one of two things happens. Either the Judgment Day get their hands on Beth, forcing Edge to quit, or Dom threatens to take off Ray's mask, forcing Edge to quit.
We see. Oh, he's so. I guess keeping kayfabe alive like we haven't seen Ray's face, but
it's been almost 30 years, all right, since we see his face.
If Finn gets or Bray shows up, and if Bray shows up, it doesn't matter. But I guess I'm very curious to how that match ends.
And Fight Pit, I think Riddle wins.
Riddle wins. Cormier being there means absolutely nothing.
Unless it's setting like it's always about getting just someone in the building or in the room to talk to him. I think this does set up a potential Cormier match somewhere down the line with, I don't know, Seth, with Brock, with somebody.
Cormier versus Brock may happen, but
Cormier versus Brock at Blood Money.
That's a Blood Money match. So yeah, I got Riddle winning most definitely, without a shadow of a doubt. I don't really like Seth in this match, but all right,
it's going to be like it's a good card. It really is a good card.
It's solid,
and you won't be there.
AEW locker room turmoil. The Andrade gets sent home. Swung on Sammy.
This is crazy. So hold on. So they both started it. They both have beef. They were warned that Andrade was coming there, and Andrade gets sent home. Sammy does it. Not only does Sammy not get sent home, he's in the main event and gets the winning pin. That doesn't sit right with me.
But Andrade was the aggressor. He swung on Sammy. First of all, let's backtrack some more because the match with 10 gets canceled.
Which I'm fine with that. I didn't want that match to happen.
But who gives a fuck about that match? But it gets canceled. Then Andrade's still there. And then they collide backstage, and then they say Andrade threw the first punch.
So
Then Sammy gets heat with the crowd. They're just saying "fuck you, Sammy," all this other shit. They screaming out "Idolo" and all this other shit. Then Sammy gets the win of all things. But whatever. I don't know. But it's the locker room's in turmoil.
No, but here's the thing. After it was the week. It was that I think that week of All Out. They had that locker room meeting led by Jericho, Danielson, and Mox, and everything was good. We're clearly out of the honeymoon phase. My my only thing is we were at the Dynamite. Everybody knows the Dynamite in Philly wasn't a great show.
It was passable.
It was fine. You know what I mean? But my like part of this part of I think a lot of people's frustration comes to one, their booking. Just think about Cam. We were at that Philly show. Keith Lee. Now, yes, there was a hurricane going. A lot of people live in Florida, but Keith Lee and Andrade not only were in the building, they were shown on screen for segments, but you couldn't book them in some kind of match. Tony's got to get a little. Hold on, Legato just jumped. Is that Legato? Legato just jumped hit row. We doing this NXT feud all over again. Listen, y'all. I love Legato Del Fantasma. Well, we're out of the honeymoon phase, Cam, of AEW. But here's the thing: when they recover well because think about it. Wednesday's show was really good on Dynamite. It was a really good show. And 1 year ago, there's Alina. Yeah, they replaced Elektra Lopez with Alina.
Fair.
That Dynamite show Wednesday, 1 year ago, that show was in Philly. The Dynamite anniversary show was in Philadelphia. Now I would much prefer to not replace Elektra Lopez, just have Elektra and Zelina be a tag team. Like, don't they need more women's tag teams?
No. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they do, but it's just
how is Elektra supposed to get the experience? She's with the three male members of Legato are very talented wrestlers. Like, we know this. How can she not? Whatever. It's just upsetting. Anyway,
my thing is you're bringing back Selena to her base, which she managed Andrade, and Andrade was pretty much at the top of his game, NXT champion, United States champion, and then
now, do you think? Now, I always thought when Zelina got fired, she probably should have went to AEW with Andrade.
No. Well, Andrade wants to go back to WWE, allegedly.
He clearly wants to go back to WWE. Throwing punches like Draymond.
Shout out to Jordan Poole. But yeah, the locker room's in turmoil. I think none of the women get along with each other. And
you think what?
I think none of the women get along with each other.
Well, no. So from what I've just been like inquiring around, right? Apparently it's a White Rabbit thing video they put on the screen. Most of the women get along, and it's Britt that's the issue, who has a bigger head, and Tony takes Britt's side. And I think that's from what I heard, that's the main issue.
Is it not justified?
Like, I can really see that she's always been booked the best. She's never left TV. She's always like it makes sense. The fact that what I don't like is Tony always taking her side. If you get one complaint about a person, yes, okay, I can see. But if you get multiple from different people and you're still siding with Britt, who's let's be honest, hasn't really, outside of the first year or two in the company, hasn't grown as a competitor.
Now hold on. Now with Saraya getting cleared,
clearly Saraya versus Britt at Full Gear.
She's getting a title put on her.
Now, Cam, trying to go to Full Gear?
Sure. That's in New Jersey.
Huh?
That's in New Jersey, right?
New Jersey. Listen, I'm trying to get the group together. $200. Can you do that?
That's more than Extreme Rules. What are we talking about?
Tickets for Full Gear are starting to get sold out, and I'm trying to get us in.
That's more than Extreme Rules.
I listen. I'll look tonight and see what we working with. But yeah, because you figure that's when Full Gear is probably when MGF is becoming world champion.
Oh yeah, the main's gonna be Mox versus fucking lame man. Jesus Christ.
In 2 weeks.
Nasty work. But I did want to talk about info. Now, I did want to do top 10 most influential wrestlers, but I think we should do top 10 most in different companies, like top 10 most important in companies. So like
okay.
The 10 most important WCW, 10 most important WWE, Impact. We can't really do AEW. Well, we could do AEW.
We could probably do 5.
10's fine.
We can probably do 10. All right. Let me get my. Y'all know I got my little black book.
Top 10 most important wrestlers in WCW. When it was WCW, so we're talking way back when to 2000. What 2001? I think 2001.
Okay, you want me to go from 10 to 1?
Yeah, we gotta discuss 10 to 1.
Who
starts at 10? Who do you have at 10?
I'm going to go.
Is Booker T too low at 10?
Honestly, you know what? I will go Booker 10.
Now these aren't in stone. We can go back and forth. So I'll have Booker at 10.
I got Booker at 10. I got Booker at 10.
DDP at 9.
Now for me, that's too low for GDP.
I don't know. Come on.
Here's why. Who was the main bad guy of the Ready to Rumble movie? Who was the world champion? It's DDP.
But he's not I'm just talking. He's like DDP for WCW was like the heart and soul. He was the Rock. He was the people's champion.
Okay. All right. You know who I'll go with? I'll go with number 9. I'll group them together because it kind of helped the company. I'll put the Nitro Girls at number 9.
Where Jesus Christ. Where's the violation button? I don't even think I have the violation button. I do that.
What? You can't deny the importance of the Nitro Girls.
But they're not 9. I'll put DDP at 9.
All right. Number 8.
Jeff Jarrett.
The JEFFJARRE. No.
Jeff Jarrett don't make that list? All right, you know what? Hold on. Number 10, Scott Steiner. Because he held it down in the 2000s.
I'll go. You know what? I'll go for me. Number 8. I'll go Steiner. Actually,
Steiner should be 10. Booker 9. DDP 7. I'm fine with that.
Number 7. I will go DDP.
What?
6. I'll go.
Hold on. Steiner at 10. DDP. Booker T at 9. DDP 8. And then you need a 7.
Number 10, 9, 8, 7. I got DDP.
All right. I don't know who's the 4th person. Oh, you got
Nitro. I got the Nitro Girls at 9.
All right, so it's my 7 then at that point. Outsiders.
Okay. And I got DDP at 7 for me.
6.
6. Rey Mysterio.
Chris Jericho.
Oh, okay. Five.
Goldberg. I may
Rate.
get flack for that. I may get flack for that. Goldberg at 5.
Is it wrong? Is it wrong for me to say Raven at 5?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Raven did nothing that can
He's
correlate
getting inducted to the Impact
5.
Hall of Fame today.
He did nothing for 5. What are we talking about?
Ravens flock. Okay. All right. Okay. Is okay. 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 Is it a cop out?
Whatever you say is a cop out.
Vince Russo. He did wrestle.
Why you what? I said Goldberg. You're saying Vince Russo. What?
All right. Fine. You know what? I will because you know because okay. Okay. I'll go Goldberg. I'll go Goldberg at 5 as well, just because there are definitely former people more important than him. So I'll go Goldberg at 5.
Jesus Christ. Goldberg at 5. 4. 4 is kind of hard because I have 3 above. I just don't have a 4 spot.
Hold on. I'm writing out my. I'm writing out my four through
my
1.
10 Steiner, 9 Booker T, 8 DDP, 7. What I have 7? Jericho.
Yeah.
6. I thought I had Jericho at 6. That's 7. I don't know. I done fucked up. Rewind the fucking tape. Where the fuck is my pen at? Here we go. So before I get screwed over on, so I got Booker. Actually, I'm sorry. I got Steiner.
Right. I got my 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Congratulations. So I got Steiner, Booker. Then I had DDP.
Yeah, DDP, Jericho.
7. Goldberg at 5.
I forget who you had at 6.
So 7, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Goldberg at 5.
Who you have at 6?
That's an excellent question.
Steiner, Booker, DDP, Jericho at 7. Who'd you have at 6?
Yeah, would you have Ray at?
I had Ray at 6.
So that's why I had Jericho.
Okay. Then who'd you have at 7?
That's an excellent question. Oh, the Outsiders.
Outsiders, yeah. All right.
So who you have a 4 spot?
I got Nash at 4.
I can't do a 4 unless I really think about it. Okay. This is what I can do. Fuck. I was gonna put Brett at 7. Outsiders, Jericho, Goldberg.
Well, I just now noticed I don't have Brett in my top 10.
Brett was horribly booked in WCW. That's why I'm not really thinking about it. But I can skip 4. I know who my 3, 2, and 1 is.
I got my 3, 2, and 1. My 3 is Flair.
3 Ric Flair.
You got Flair at 3?
Yes, sir.
My 2 is Hogan.
I have Hogan also at 2.
My 1 is Sting.
I have Sting at 1 also.
You know what? You know who kind of was important that I thought about? Probably could slip on this list somewhere. If I could take out somebody, it would probably be Dusty Rhodes, actually.
But Duddy was more like a managerial for the most part when we started watching.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to. Okay, I got Booker at 10. I'm taking off the Nitro Girls. I'm moving Steiner down to 9. I'm moving DDP down to 8. I'm moving Ray down to 7. Number 6, this is just me personally, Mean Gene.
So no Benoit, no Malenko.
Like it was between Ray and Eddie, and I think just Ray had a
Eddie.
had a bigger impact because he was like the face. It was like when you think about the cruiserweights in WCW, it was either Ray or Psychosis or Hoovy.
I don't
And I
want to
felt
put
like
Ray at 4 though. That's my issue. Like I will put Brett at like 7 and then move everybody just up 1 and I'll be fine with it.
but
But that's
it makes sense that we got the same 3, 2, 1.
But that's kind of disrespectful to DDP, in my opinion. I'm gonna leave
Yeah.
4 blank. I wouldn't mind putting Ray there.
Like if you really think about it, you could like just how you put Jericho on yours. I could say take off Jericho and put D Malenko instead.
I mean, you could also I wouldn't put Lex Luger on there either, but that's just me. Lex
Luger.
Macho Man not really up there like that.
Yeah. What you want? You want the AEW or Impact?
All right, let's go ECW.
Ooh. Okay.
10 most important.
Number 10.
Mikey Rip Rep. That's my 10.
Number 10, I'll go with Spike Dudley.
You are crazy. Number 8.
You mean number 9?
Number 9. Mike Awesome.
We'll both go with Awesome. Number 9. I'm fine with that. Who's your 8?
Ooh, this is rough.
It's not rough for me. I grew up on ECW. It ain't rough for me.
I'm gonna go to Dudley's at 8.
Hill Dudley boys getting cursed out.
Yeah, I got the Dudleys at 8.
I actually I have Dudley's at 8. My number 7. You can't deny this person's important. I'm going to put both of them together. Francine and Beulah McGillicuddy. Sorry, you can't hate on that. They were.
And now I'm going to franchise.
Shane Douglas.
I'm going to French fries. Shane Douglas.
Because I have Shane Douglas at 6.
Nah, I'm going Shane Douglas at 7.
So who's your 6?
Sandman.
Okay, and I got Shane Douglas at 6. I have Sandman at 5 for me.
Oh yeah, damn! I forgot New Jack. Fuck.
New Jack is not in my list. He's not.
I might have to. You know what? I might have to take out Mike Awesome for New Jack.
And Mike Awesome is one of my favorite wrestlers ever.
I'm going Sandman. So I got Mikey Ripwreck, Mike Awesome, the Dudley, Shane Douglas, Sandman. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So from number 5.
I have Sandman at 5.
I got RVD at 5.
See, I have RVD at 4 for me.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. I got Mikey Ripwreck at 10. Mike Awesome at 9. Dudley's at 8. Shane Douglas at 7. All right, so we both have RVD at 5.
I have RVD at 4.
4. Raven.
I have Raven at. Hold on. Let me write this out. Sorry. Hold on. I'm changing my list right now.
Howard.
I'm changing my list right now. Mike Awesome. Computer. Stop. I got Mike Awesome at 10. Take a Spike Dudley off. I have the Dudley boys at 9.
Don't be a coward.
Francine and Beulah at 8. They're getting moved down.
Jesus Christ.
Shane Douglas at 7. Sandman at 6. I had to totally redo my top 5. So my new number 5 is RVD.
Okay, Raven at 4.
I have Raven at 4.
All right, let's be real here.
Number 3, I have Sabu.
I got Taz.
All right. I have Taz at 2.
I got Sabu at 2.
And I think the obvious number 1 is Tommy Dreamer.
Tommy Dreamer, yeah.
All right. So recapping my top 10 from 10 to 1, Mike Awesome, the Dudleys, Francine and Beulah, Shane Douglas, Sandman, RVD, Raven, Sabu, Taz, Tommy Dreamer.
Now we turn on Mikey Ripwreck. Okay.
Listen, I like Mike. And you know the crazy thing is there's a few other people we could.
Oh, I forgot the damn Eliminators, but I got the.
You can make you can make a case for the Eliminators. You can make a case for just Incredible by himself. You can make a case for probably Too Cold Scorpio. You can make a case for Public Enemy.
Yeah, New Jack.
New like the one thing that we all know Paul Heyman does very, very well is he books beautifully. Don't put him in charge of the money,
but he books well.
But he books like do people actually remember that in ECW RBD was a heel? Him and Bill Alfonso.
Not a Bill Alfonso with the fucking whistle. That was just like a staple in the match. But what we doing? Can we do AEW? 3 years.
I mean, so we got AEW, Impact, and WWE.
Let's do Impact.
Want to do Impact?
Let's do Impact.
All right. Impact number 10 for me. I have Christopher Daniels.
Christopher Daniels? Actually, I have him higher than that. Number 10. I got Abyss at number 10.
Okay. Number 9. I'm not grouping these two women together. Number 9, I have Awesome Kong.
I got Gail Kim at number 9.
See, I have Gail Kim in my top 4. Number 8, I'm going to go with America's Most Wanted.
I'm going Motor City Machine Guns.
All right. I have them actually have the Machine Guns at 7 for me. That's just me personally. So who's your 7?
7 would be Eric Young.
Ooh, that's nice. I have okay. I have at 6, I have Abyss.
At 6, I have man. I got Ron Killings at 6.
2-time world champion. Okay. I have my top 4 is like done. Number 5 is really hard. So like I have Christopher Daniels at 10, Awesome Kong at 9, America's Most Wanted at 8, Motor City Machine Guns at 7, Abyss at 6. Part of me, you know what? Part of me wants to say Eric Young, but I'm actually going to put Beer Money at 5.
I'm not mad at Beer Money at 5.
Oh, Drew's getting his ass beat. That means he's winning Sunday. Some tomorrow.
Who's 4?
Gail Kim.
Samoa Joe.
3 for me, Jeff Jarrett.
I got Jeff Jarrett also at 3.
Number 2, I have Samoa Joe.
I got Christopher Daniels at 2.
I respect that. I respect that, Cam. And I got Joe at 2. So you who do you have at 3?
I have Abyss, Gail Kim, Mo City Machine Guns, Eric Young, Ron Killings, Beer Money, Samoa Joe, Jeff Jarrett, Christopher Daniels. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
And
I
number
got
1 is AJ.
AJ Styles, obviously.
AJ Styles. Okay. So recapping my top 10, from 10 to 1, Christopher Daniels, Awesome Kong, America's Most Wanted, Motor City Machine Guns, Abyss, Beer Money, Gail Kim, Jeff Jarrett, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles. Now, were you watching Impact when they were weekly pay-per-views on Fox Sports?
No.
No? Okay. So I'm like pretty well versed in
I came
TNA's
back.
history.
I came back during Aces and A's, Bobby Lashley run, Drew Galloway's run.
Okay. Right. So right after the
Hogan,
bullshit,
Dixie,
after they finally recovered from the bullshit that was Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
All right. So like we both have important people on this list. So now I'm trying to think of, is there anybody that I'm missing? So from my list, I'm for sure missing Eric Young.
Right.
But I can't take anybody off of my list for Eric Young.
That's fair. It happens.
There's also, I don't have Ron Killings on my list. He was part of the big early part. I don't have Raven on my list.
Christian Cage.
Christian, Kurt.
Kurt. I'm just
Rhino.
I can't add Kurt because he's just WWE for me.
Rhino, who was a big part of TNA before the Hogan trash. Also,
I
don't have. Oh, we're both missing Petey Williams.
Yeah, he was a Steiner, but I get it. What Austin Aries?
Austin Aries. Now, can you make a case for
Event Mafia that we pretty much named in WCW?
Can you make a case for either Sting or the Dudley Boys?
Absolutely not.
More importantly, instead of the Dudleys, Bully Ray.
He had a feud. I mean, he had a run with Aces and Ace, and that's it. And then he had that weird thing with Sting afterwards.
I'm trying to think of
for no reason.
The only. Oh, you know what? There is a. I just want to acknowledge this woman, because people honestly actually don't understand how important she is to the company now. It's actually Christy Hemme. When she got to Impact, she wrestled, she managed, but then they made her. She's the first ever female writer in any wrestling company, like, ever, and one of the heads of creative, and she's been doing that for like the better part of a decade. And I was like, she's totally reinvented herself, and she's been, you know how they say that SNL can't really run without Keenan. That's how important Christy Hemme has been to Impact, and just what she does behind the scenes. But I like both of our top 10s.
Now my question is,
like, I will mention the primetime Elix Skipper.
My question is, do you want to do New Japan?
I can probably give you 5 from New Japan.
Fair enough. We could do WWE. That's gonna be the most difficult one.
What about AEW?
Do you want to do AEW for 3 years?
I mean, WWE has the big. We don't have to do AEW, but it's like,
let's do WWE.
All right. Okay.
WWE Let me. Top 10, most important. This is actually
all right.
Hard.
So I'm gonna just. This is WWE's gonna be so hard. This is ridiculous. All right. Number 10.
Is there a 10? Is there really a 10?
Fuck. Yeah, I can do 10.
Okay.
Number
No,
10, I'm just gonna flat out say
not is there a 10. Who can you honestly put at 10?
I'm putting what's the Viking Raiders? I'm putting I'm putting DX at 10.
I'm not gonna be a coward and just hide behind a faction to put at 10.
Fine.
I was thinking of putting Batista at 10, but that's not real good to go through 4
All right, you
generations.
know what? Let me do this, which is easier. Because
Yeah,
I
before,
feel like doing I feel like people's top.
no. We're not gonna cop out. Number
No.
10.
I'm not coming up. But I feel I feel like doing a getting your top 5 out of the way is a much easier because you can
No,
eliminate
10,
because
10 is an easy way, and then it structuralize the
well
5.
I'm writing out my top 5 so I
So
can
hold on.
just
All right, so I won't be a coward. I'll go 10 is Mick Foley.
I like that. I
10 is
like
10 is Mick Foley.
I like that. Hold on. This is so number 10, I'll go Bruno Sammartino.
It's nasty, but yeah.
Got that out the way. Okay.
I'll go Bruno at 9.
9, I'll go. I did this before. I did this with I did this with ECW. Number 9, I'm going with Lita/Trish.
Okay, we got 2 completely different lists, but it's fine. Jesus. All right, 8. What are we doing?
8, you you might hate me for this. 8, I'm going HBK. Because like I said, my top 5 is done.
I'm not mad at HBK at 8. I was thinking of that myself, or where to put HBK versus Triple H. But Jesus, number 8. Go through all eras. I'm going Brett at 8. I had my reasons.
Okay. Okay. 7, I have Brett.
Coward. I have. I got Sean at 7.
Okay.
Reasons why Brett left and Sean stayed. So Brett's still my favorite
6,
wrestler, nonetheless.
6, I have Piper.
Absolutely not.
He's not even in your top 10 at all.
Not at all.
That's disrespectful. I'm sorry. That's disrespectful. But we got different lists. Real recognize. Listen.
Hold on. 10, 9, 8, 7. Number 6.
My 6 is Piper. I had to choose between Piper and the $1 Million Man, and I chose Piper.
Oh man. Actually, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. 6 is the hardest one for me, actually. Fuck.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. We gotta change. We've got to change, Cam. Hold on.
Hold on. Number 6 is the character of Vince McMahon.
Okay. I'm changing my list. So
Okay.
10 Lita and Trish,
All right, we got
9 HBK, 8 Triple H, 10, 9, 8 Triple H, 7 Brett, right? Lita and Trish, HBK goes to 9, Triple H to 8, Brett's at 7. Hold on, this is not
1, 2, 3, 4.
1,
I
2.
go.
Lita and Trish at 10, HBK at 9, Triple H at 8.
Cena, Taker.
Brett stays at 7.
Fuck.
Hype.
All right, I think I screwed myself over. Hold on.
Lita
So
and
I go.
Trish, HBK at 9, Triple H at 8, Brett at 7. I gotta take. Oh my god, it hurts. It hurts, but I have to take Piper off.
All right, so I actually had to do some. So I have to take Mick Foley off, unfortunately. Put Bruno.
All right, so I have a new 6.
All right, well I completely fucked up. So I have Bruno at 10.
I took Bruno off my list.
Well, I gotta keep him. Beyond my era, but whatever. Bruno. Then I have to put Triple H.
Okay.
Then I put Brett. Then I put Sean.
Oh my god.
Then I put Vince.
So Vince is what, you're 7?
No. Bruno at 10, 9 at Triple H, Brett at 8, Sean at 7, Vince at 6.
Okay. So let me give you my new
3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I just got 5 left.
All right, so let me give you my new 10th of 6. I got Lita Trish at 10. Cop out, I know. HBK at 9. Triple H at 8. Brett at 7. Because my top 5 is like locked in. So number 6. I'm going to go. Hurts. I'm going to go Macho Man at 6.
Okay. All right. So let's go 5.
5, I have Cena.
I have Taker at 5.
I have Taker at 4.
All right. We got Taker at 5. I have Cena at 4.
Mm-hmm. 3, I have Hogan.
I have The Rock at 4. I mean, Rock at 3.
I have The Rock at 2.
I got Stone Cold at 2.
And and I'm assuming you got Hogan 1 and I got Austin at 1.
Hogan's obviously 1. Like, come
on. So there are a few names that we've clearly had a hard time put on here. Like, you don't have Macho Man, I have Macho Man. Neither one of us have Ultimate Warrior.
He held SummerSlam hostage. I don't give a fuck about it.
We don't have Flair.
Flair is more identified for me as a WCW guy.
Okay. Me personally, I can make a case for someone at lower 5 for Sasha Banks. She's going to go down as the greatest female superstar of all time.
Probably not, because Charlotte exists.
I'm trying to think, is there anybody else? Could you make a case for Brock?
I can't.
Could you make a case for Paul Heyman?
I can't. So ECW guy.
Okay.
Actually, on my ECW list, Paul Heyman should be on there somewhere. But
I think we just stuck with wrestlers.
I
Even though I have Mean Gene on my WCW list.
I put Vince on there because he became a character, owner, announcer, wrestler,
Mhm.
character. Like he just did it all. Bruno Sammartino for 10. He
A
set the
decade.
blueprint. He just set
Actually,
the
wasn't it
blueprint.
like a decade? Then he held it again for like 5 years once he got it back.
He just set the standard of being just like a long time a main attraction. Just like back in like the carnival years of just like
Where
strong
where
matches.
when it's said and done, where will okay, so there are two people out there are a few other people that we can like look at. We can look at Kurt, we can look at
I mean,
Ray.
Randy.
Where will the tribal chief fit on his list?
I gotta be like 5 years from now. But he's taking over. He's taking over Bruno. Definitely. I'll give him that. I know my list. Bruno's just for just bringing the wrestling standpoint of there, just
Yeah.
being just like taking it from a carnival act to like a big stage. Triple H should just being a performer.
Now notice that we don't have. So we have
We don't
tag
have
team.
Andre on there either. So I
We
mean,
don't have Andre. We don't have Piper. We don't have $1 Million Man. We don't have any tag teams.
I get all that, but I can name why Triple H just like being a performer and going into the new age and just
I
like
mean, all right, so
bringing.
think about this. Can we safely say that the Usos and the New Day are probably the two greatest tag teams ever in the history of that company?
Uh, take away the Dudleys and Edge and Christian, and
I mean, for me personally, I think they've surpassed the big three.
the Usos, the closest, yes, but not. I don't think the New Day have.
Well, the Usos have to break the New Day's tag team record of title wins and longest reign. They're going to break. They're going to break
They're going to
longest
break it,
reign.
but it's just like I think they passed. Was it? They passed the Hardys. I think the Hardys was kind of like a little overrated, but Edge and Christian kind of was like because Edge and Christian won all the matches. So I mean,
Yeah,
what the
Eddie
fuck?
Christian won all. They won the ladder matches. They won the TLC matches.
But after that, the Dudleys just like did the most with what they had. Edge and Christian was just like, all right, it's just Edge. You see the title, Edge and Christian, and Edge had the better
Ooh,
single run.
we know who we forgot. Randy.
Randy's not there yet. When I think Randy, I mean, I think that Randy was the 1A to the 1B of Cena, and Cena was just like, you know, Cena just did his
Well,
thing.
I mean, we always group them together, but I still think Cena's best rival
Is Edge without
over
the
Randy is either Edge or Punk over Randy.
Edge or Punk, and Punk's not on the list, and Punk's never going to be on the list. But that's neither here nor there. But I think Edge was his best rival. So Randy would be like third. It would just be they just have a bunch of singles matches together.
Yeah, because yeah, that they've had a bunch of singles matches and they were always on top, but they don't really have a memorable feud. Like we know Cena and Edge, memorable feud. Cena and Punk, memorable feud. We can name memorable feuds from Randy, but Cena Randy does not really do. They don't really have a memorable feud. Like that makes sense, right? We remember matches. We don't remember. We remember Randy Triple H. We remember Randy Hogan. We remember Randy Flair, Randy Foley.
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong. Randy Orton is a mainstay in WWE. We know
It's
this.
so crazy. His comeback, that initial pop when he finally comes back, it's gonna be nuts.
It's gonna
It's gonna
RKO
be nuts.
somebody. But yeah, those are top tens for those companies. I don't know if you want to do an AEW one. I don't think it's worth it. It's just 3 years. We're gonna name a bunch of WWE guys, but Kenny's one, right? So, or Jericho.
I think Jericho's one. I think Jericho's one. Mox is two. Bucks are three.
Jesus.
Kenny four. Cody five.
Cody just, and that's why we shouldn't do it because Cody fucking left. He's top 5.
But you could also make a case for Mox being one for AEW as well.
Yeah, I mean they put the load on his back for Paul's. Just ever since the
It's like
punk.
when all those fails, just put Mox back at number one. He got it.
Yeah, I get it. But we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna go watch this Intercontinental Championship. This is probably gonna be a banger. New Day won with Braun Strowman randomly, but that's fine and dandy. Bullet Cartel, find us Facebook, IG, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok,
The male models have been attacked.
Spotify, Reddit. I'm on Reddit randomly, but Discord's coming, so all you niggas can be fuck niggas in there. That's all Discord's for. Is niggas be fuck niggas in there and not get banned. So I get all that. But maybe somebody can't hear aka Mr. AKA put your mama in the figure for a leg lock. We might be back on later for top 10s. I don't know. Niggas acting weird in the chat, but it is what it is. But 2-man power trip.
Once again, Jeremy Pierce, High Risk Wrestling Podcast, right there, Twitter, and that'll take you pretty much everywhere. High Risk Wrestling Podcast, new episode tomorrow morning. The scariest wrestlers in wrestling, just matches, moments, looks. And then, of course, like I said, we'll be at Extreme Rules tomorrow night. We'll do a special edition of what just happened, a recap. I'm expecting really a really good show tomorrow night. It's gonna be fun. I think I've been to the last couple of pay-per-views in Philly. The only one I didn't go to was I didn't go to Battleground, which was in Philly the last couple of years. They had the Punjabi prison match between Randy and Khali. And fun fact, the last pay-per-view before we got the pandemic era of WWE was the Elimination Chamber in Philadelphia. I didn't go to that. But I was at the Rumble.
If you know somebody went there, God bless.
What, in Chamber?
Don't forget. Later on, I might do top 10. But Saturday, make it make sense, 8:30. Blur Cartel AF, 11 o'clock Saturday. But, Sundays we'll be back. Blur Cartel plays. Don't forget Blur Cartel post game them NFL games. Oh, Russell Wilson.
Listen, I feel your pain. I scored 150 points. My opponent scored 153. I only lost because Matthew Stafford got shut down. He gave me 7 points. He averages 15.
Oh, well. Tough titty.
I'm like, there's no way I could lose this week. Stafford gets shut down.
It's funny because I'm undefeated in one money league, and then I got I'm 1-3 in the other money league. So just I guess it's going to even out.
So,
and right. And I'm undefeated. I'm undefeated in one money league. Guess what? My 2 running backs are James Conner and fucking Damian Harris.
Ew.
And I'm undefeated. We're Joe Burrow, and he had probably the worst 3 weeks ever. I just want to say shout out to Justin Jefferson, shout out to Travis Kelce, shout out to Armand St. Brown, shout out to Terry McLaurin for holding me down.
Yeah, I got Armand St. Brown in my squad. I got Justin Jefferson. I got Miles Sanders. I got King Henry. Chilling. And please pray for me because my starting tight end is Kyle Pitts and
get fucked. He's done. He's out. He's not playing.
Yeah, I got my backup is Gerald Everett, who's been pretty good.
Shout out to Fancy Basketball Keeper League, keeping Luca. So I should do good.
So, all right, folks.
Yeah. That's
And
it.
shout out to the
Yeah.
Phillies for the comeback win today.
Yeah. Hey, fun fact of the day: the Cardinals are 93-0. We're up by two
When
runs
leading in the ninth.
leading into the ninth, and the Phillies are the one in the ones. So shout out to the ones, Phillies. Shout out to the Birds being undefeated too. Not a Birds fan, but you know.
Only Listen, the Eagles were undefeated, right? And I saw I think it was NFL. It was either NFL. I think it was NFL.com's power ranking. They had the Eagles at third.
Because Patrick Mahomes, dick rider, so it's just like it is what it is.
So,
Shout out to the Eagles having the best overall team. I think they had the best overall team next to the Niners. Niners had the second best overall team. It's just the quarterback issue. And
Kofi versus Sammy next week.
So shout out to that. Blower Cartel post game Sunday at
LA
8.
Knight versus Mansoor next week. LA Knight is back, baby. Yeah.
LA Knight. Jesus Christ. Hey, guess what? For TNA, we did not name Bobby Lashley. We did not name Kenny King. We did not name a couple of black people on there, but you know, it is what it is. We're back.
Well, you have Ron Killings on yours, which is good.
As a representative. Shout out to fucking Wade Barrett for being on commentary.
So, quick thoughts. What are your thoughts on the new commentary teams? The announcement.
I like Raw not being a 3-man because it didn't need to be that. I think Corey Graves he's gonna take over that Kevin Patrick guy. Whatever, fuck it. They should have just left the sax man in there for Corey
Now,
Graves. But there's no fucking play-by-play. The fuck.
I don't. Here's my thing. I thought SmackDown and NXT did not need to change. Wade Barrett and Vic Joseph were really good together. So
yeah, but Nigel McGuinness got fired also. So I mean,
what's gonna happen when Pat comes back next year?
Pat comes back. They move Barrett, and they get Kevin. So 2 heel commentators is fine for Raw because this is how Raw is, I guess. So you move Barrett to Raw, and then you get that Kevin Patrick fuckhead out of here, and then
because you got to keep Michael and Patrick together, right?
Right. And then NXT can say NXT Booker T being NXT is going to be amazing.
It's going to be so bad.
Amazingly bad or amazingly good. So
amazing. It's going to be. It's going to when he sees. I'm telling you where he's going to flip out when he sees Nikita Lyons.
Quack.
When he sees Axiom, and it's going to be really bad.
Chucky, Ducky, quack.
There was still. Oh my god! When it got announced, he had one. There was one quote that he said, and people kept repeating. It wasn't Chucky Ducky Quack. It was something else. It was like get the rag. It was something he said that they quoted over and over and over. I got to find out what it was. Now, remember when he commentated in TNA? It was Kevin Nash, Chet White, and Booker T was Black Snow on commentary.
That was a wild area.
I just want Pat McAfee back with Michael. That's all I want, really.
Bet.
All right, we out, y'all. It's time for the athlete title match going on at 9:35, which means these boys about to get 30 minutes
of slaps.
Who's winning? Sheamus or Gunther? Okay. All right.